Gege has been cooking yet again. This chapter is absolutely crazy from start to finish. Sukuna, I guess this is kind of like his POV. We kind of got everybody else's. This is in a way his, and yeah, he's about to pop off. Because sadly, we got a break next week, so the week after that, the chapters will return. But this is a great way to leave us off because, yeah, things about to get even more unreal. Because I think Sukuna, like I said in my last video, is about to go on a historic run. His rampage is going to be unmatched. So Yuji sees Megumi and he just gets folded by Sukuna and sent flying through multiple buildings. He kneed him so hard, blood came out of Yuji's back. This felt like a little bit of a callback to when Sukuna slammed Jogo down like a 20-story building face first. Also a callback to when obviously Megumi and Sukuna fought for a little bit and Megumi got thrown all over the place when they first battled. But it was shown that Yuji's finger wasn't healing. And the condition he's in right now, I mean, my boy is not moving for a while. It's gonna be a minute till I think Yuji gets back up. And I just feel bad for Yuji in general, bro. Like, he was so close to doing good and fulfilling his purpose. Now he just got hit with the worst attack he's ever been hit with by 15-finger Sukuna. Now we know that he's gonna get back up eventually, but I'm curious as to what level he's at right now, because Sukuna didn't necessarily buff Yuji per se by a ton because he doesn't have a curse technique and his strength was never Sukuna level physically. The only thing he ever got was a poison resistance. So Yuji is in more danger right now for himself than anything right now. It would be really cool, and I kind of want to see this too, if Yuji actually gains that Sukuna technique he was supposed to get at some point during this time. It'd be kind of nice to see, especially going up against Sukuna with his own abilities and his own techniques. I think it'd be an interesting combat, and plus I wonder how Yuji would feel about, you know, using these techniques that Sukuna's used to kill multiple people, and the fact that he's got to use this against potentially Megumi's vessel version of Sukuna. Sukuna with Megumi's body, in my opinion, looks cooler than it did in Yuji. The Jujutsu High basic uniform even looks cooler, and since Megumi's hair is black and slicked back, he honestly just looks way more menacing. It would be cool if people who did other JJK characters with Sukuna's features. I'd like to see that. The first page confirms what we kind of already knew. Sukuna was primarily interested in Megumi for his 10 shadows, but also the potential of him actually being a vessel, rather than Yuji, who was more so of a cage for Sukuna because Yuji could suppress Sukuna. So he waited until Megumi's soul was at its lowest, where his emotions were at the most fragile, saw the opportunity, and now we have the Sukuna we have now. So it looks like it's pretty much over for Megumi, as I don't think we'll be able to see him get his body back. But I'd like to see if we can see the inside of the body where Sukuna would nest and Yuji would be able to talk to him and have a conversation between the two. I think that'd be interesting. Also, I wonder if the reason Sukuna waited was also because he kind of felt that Megumi could also hold him back because he's a sorcerer, and the kind of potential that he held within him. He probably had thought that it was a gamble or a chance that Megumi could hold him, so he just waited and waited for that right moment. So Sukuna officially has control of all the 10 shadows techniques. And this is gonna be special because Sukuna summoned Nue, and Nue is colossal. He's literally bigger than the skyscrapers that he's standing on, and it has a much different look. The face has a distorted, bugged out mask instead of the skeletal mask one it had, and what it looks like is a worm or slug-like tail on its body on behind it. It looks like something out of a Godzilla movie for real. Giant feathers falling down. This is an amazing spread. Gege, I think, had 4 spreads in this chapter. All of them look amazing. You see Takaba and Maki are in the area. They saw Yuji get sent to the shadow realm through the buildings, and Nue launched a lightning attack that made Megumi's version look cute. This thing looked like it would be really painful. It reminds me of like a bunch of Pokemon using the thunder attack. In a sick way. I was hoping it actually landed to see how much damage it would actually do, but it did not. Also, just a little fun fact I didn't really realize until now is that lightning in JJK is always going to be depicted as purple. Kashimo's is purple. We saw that from the volume cover, and then Nue in the anime, his lightning is purple. So that was just a little cool fact I found. Sukuna's immense amount of curse energy and probably just his aura and power completely changed Nue. I'm curious as to what the grading scale would be for it. And honestly, I just want to see all the other 10 shadows in his form. Like Max Elephant. Max Elephant was already Megumi's biggest shadow other than Maharaga. So I'm really curious to see how it would look now. It's probably going to be humongous. And the fact that it could use water, he could probably flood a whole city with it. Just based off, this is a 15 fingers Sukuna. So that's going to be something. Divine Dog, I feel like we're definitely going to see that one. I want Divine Dogs to look kind of like Cerberus, like a dog from hell. So, and I think if it already could slash a special grade like Hanami, an attack from him now would be probably brutal. Maybe even like a 1 or 2 shot. Then Maharaga himself, like would he look, he's definitely gonna look different, but would he be bigger, taller? Would he have new moves or something? Would he be more vicious? I don't know, but hopefully another thing I do want, I want to see Sukuna unlock the other shadows we haven't seen yet that Megumi has not shown us. I think it's between 2 or 3, so hopefully we get to see them before the end of the series, because that's one thing I always wanted to see from Megumi's 10 shadows. Angel and Hana come in and they stop Nue's lightning blast. Expected Hana to be hesitant on erasing Sukuna now that he's in Megumi's body because she loves Megumi, but it's too late. And he's ironically like an angel to her, and they take a gamble, which has been a theme lately between Kenjaku, Sukuna, and now Angel. Akari said it best: everyone gambles at some sort of rate, whether it's high or low, and now that the Heian sorcerers are the ones that have done it at the highest order is intriguing. Hana and Angel chant and use Jacob's ladder, another amazing double spread of a giant beam of light that shine on the entire colony. Now from the translation, Jacob's ladder is a reference to a ladder going into heaven, or in some cases you might see like an escalator go to heaven or a stairway to heaven, but it could also be a reference to an optical phenomenon made by sunlight. It has many names, but the ones I felt that were really fitting for this scenario are Angel's ladders and the fingers of God, because this beam just rips apart Sukuna, and it looks as if it's successfully tearing Sukuna off of Megumi. Angel launches these light cross attack moves. I don't know exactly what that is. I guess it's some type of tool. And so Sukuna knew, okay, this isn't looking good. His shirt came off, because of course it did, and pretends to show that Megumi is back. He put on them light skinned eyes, gave her a hug. They both embraced, and before she can finish her sentence of "I have always," this motherfucker Sukuna grew his head 3 times the size and is about to take a chunk out of this girl. These last 2 chapters have been callbacks to the beginning of the series, from the Cursed Womb under heaven, the first major moment of Megumi, Nobara, and Yuji as a trio, and this face, the ugliest face Sukuna's ever made, was also a callback to chapter 1 when he first revealed himself and came out into the world. We JJK fans, we've been eating for the past 3 years, if I'm being honest. The Cullen Gaze as of right now is peak, pure peak. And man, I just, it's so much I want to see after this chapter. Sukuna using the 10 shadows. I think this is going to make 10 shadows just look unbelievable in terms of the scale, because we always knew the 10 shadows had potential because of what Gojo said about how he could rival a limitless user like himself. And I actually really want to see Sukuna merge some of these shadows, because really Megumi only did it like once in the series, and now that we see how dangerous the shadows are going to be now, I would love to see him just make a combination of just random kind of Shikigami. Like, I feel like one that we're gonna see if he does combine them are Divine Dog and Nue, or Divine Dog and maybe the Max Elephant or something, or maybe he brings back Orochi, because even though they die, they do merge and kind of combine in power per se. So I wonder if he can bring back ones that have been eliminated and kind of bring them back and basically make like a giant Chimera, because of, well, Chimera Shadow Garden. I want to see, I mean, that domain will be, I don't even know how somebody would even think about combating it with the scale of these shadows now. So it's in general just going to be crazy looking at this. Hana might be dead in the next chapter, not really sure. She might be saved. Gege normally does stuff like this, and it's a 50-50 at this point. I can see, but the thing is, if she's dead or she's going to be killed, who's going to free Gojo? How are we going to get Gojo out of here? She's literally our only hope. So I don't think she's going to be off the right here, but if someone does save her, it might be Takaba or Maki, since they're in the area and they're the closest. That's probably what I'm going to bank on. And plus, Sukuna has 159 points to be exact, so he could still make a rule if he wanted to. So there's so many possibilities that he could do and just create so much carnage and havoc. And at the end of the day, we know his goal is to get to that bath. And man, he's going to be pulling a fast one on Kenjaku, because even though I think Kenjaku knows of the terror that Sukuna will cause him, because I think at the same time he'll never work with Sukuna because he knows at any given point Sukuna will take him out. I think seeing Sukuna with Megumi's body is going to be the biggest shock to Kenjaku. But next chapter, I'm actually expecting it to be a transition one. It's going to be transition, but it's going to be still just chaos rolling around. Because I think next chapter, we're going to see pretty much what Sukuna will do next after this. So, big thing is coming, man. I really cannot wait until we get off break so we can see what happens next in chapter 214 of JJK. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. I'll let y'all on the next one. Peace. How I got my trace and business back in the street. Boy, this why I